Welcome back, builders of the Agua Fria district, to today's explainer. We are jumping right into something absolutely game-changing today, turning AI into a reliable, integrated tool using Google Apps Script. If you've ever found yourself wondering how to move beyond simply chatting with an AI and instead start making it work for you behind the scenes, you are in exactly the right place. Now, here's the massive promise right up front. We're going to learn how to weave AI seamlessly into your existing processes, completely for free. We're literally taking the magic of large language models and transforming them into hardworking engines for your daily district workflows. Here is our roadmap for today. We'll quickly hit 1. Understanding LLM integration. 2. API safety and free tiers. 3. Connecting using URL fetch app. 4. Building structured prompts. 5. Temperature and token settings. And finally, 6. Grounding AI to stop hallucinations. Let's kick things off with Section 1, Understanding LLM Integration, the Paradigm Shift. We really need to fundamentally flip how we look at interacting with large language models. Think about your standard chatbot. You type, it answers. It's a conversation partner. But an API integration? Totally different beast. Here we aren't chatting. We are making programmatic calls straight from our Google Apps script. We send a packet of text, we receive a response, and the AI acts as just another component in our workflow. Your script builds the prompt, fires it off, and then does something incredibly useful with the response, like logging it right into a Google Sheet or automatically drafting an email. Moving right along to Section 2, API safety and free tiers, covering our essential financial protocols. Okay, I'm going to stress this a couple of times throughout our explainer today because it is literally that important. When using the Gemini API, you must adhere strictly to the free tier that is available. You absolutely, under no circumstances, should enter payment information, like a credit card number, into any system or console you use for this. The free tier provided via Google AI Studio is incredibly robust, and it perfectly covers the vast majority of our district's tool use cases. The magic number here is 0. Your API costs should always remain exactly $0. I am stressing this again. Do not add a billing account. Because Gemini is already built right into the Google Workspace ecosystem that the Agua Fria district operates in, this zero-cost path is exactly what we recommend. But hey, here's a quick developer life hack to empower your building process. While we're heavily focusing on the Gemini API to power the actual automated tool itself, remember that any LLM can be used to help build your code. Whether you're a ChatGPT fan, a Claude user, or you stick to Gemini's web interface to brainstorm your JavaScript functions, use whatever helps you code faster. All right, Section 3. Connecting using URL fetch app, installing the plumbing. So how do we actually connect to the Gemini API? You're going to use a built-in app script service called URL fetch app. It's basically a simple 3-step plumbing job. First, securely fetch your API key, which you're keeping safe in app script properties. Second, define the specific Gemini API endpoint URL you're targeting. And third, this is the big one, construct a JSON payload. This payload has to include a contents array, which is where your actual prompt lives. Once you write this URL fetch app utility function, you just reuse it across all your district tools. That brings us to Section 4, building structured prompts, framing your output. If you want consistent, predictable results, and we definitely do, you've got to construct your prompt payload with 4 distinct components every single time. First, the system context. Who is the AI pretending to be? Next, the instruction. What is the specific task? Third, the context. What's the source material it should pull from? And finally, the output format. Exactly how should the response look? And this right here is a massive trick to show you how to build structured prompts for consistent JSON outputs. If you need your AI to return structured data so you can easily feed it right back into your app script, you have to be totally explicit. Literally just place this exact instruction at the very end of your prompt. Respond only with a valid JSON object containing the following keys. It's like a magic trick. The models will almost always follow it if it's super clear and placed right at the end. Next up, Section 5, Temperature and Token Settings, the finishing details. Let's talk about how temperature and token settings affect your model's output quality. Think of the temperature setting as a dial for the AI's creativity. A temperature of 0 makes the model highly deterministic and rigid. So for those Agua Fria district tools where consistency is absolutely everything, think compliance summaries and structured reports, keep that dial low, between 0.1 and 0.3. But if you're building a tool for creative drafting or brainstorming, crank it up high, between 0.7 and 0.9. Alongside temperature, you absolutely must set your max tokens parameter to maintain top-tier output quality. Tokens are basically chunks of words. By limiting the max tokens, you ensure the AI doesn't get totally carried away and generate massive, rambling responses. That kind of runaway output will absolutely bog down your automated tool and could cause your app script to time out entirely. Finally, Section 6, Grounding AI to Stop Hallucinations, Safety, and Human Review. Let's tackle the elephant in the room. How do we keep the AI honest when it's processing sensitive Agua Fria district data? We do it through grounding. It's exactly what it sounds like. Instead of asking the model to magically pull answers out of its general training data, you provide the specific source material right there in the prompt's context. Say you're building a tool to generate IEP progress notes. You ground the prompt by feeding it the actual daily session data and instructing the model, base your notes strictly on this data and nothing else. Now, the crucial takeaway here is that while grounding massively drops the chance of the AI hallucinating or making things up, it doesn't eliminate the risk 100%. Because of this, human review of the final AI-generated output is a mandatory, non-negotiable step in any automated workflow you build for the district. The AI drafts it, a human verifies and approves it. And there you have it. You've got the Fetch app plumbing installed, your strict zero-cost financial boundaries set, your prompt structures perfectly tuned for clean JSON, and your grounding techniques locked in. The blueprint is entirely yours. The only question left is, what incredibly time-consuming critical process in the Agua Fria district will you choose to automate first? I literally cannot wait to see what you build. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer today.